Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I'm Elisa, and I'm here to do a reading. I haven't been doing as many readings lately because I've been really busy, but I did one for the year 2024, which I'll link up here, and it was all about this being a year for reconstruction. Then I did one for January, like a monthly. I'll link it up here, and it was about justice being like messy but welcome change or something like this. So now I'm doing one for February. Oh, this is what came out on the split. So we got the Star and we got the Five of Swords. So what I get from this is someone sort of like ascending from some sort of conflict that's been holding them back. Like that's kind of so when I pull down the Star, we get the High Priestess, we get the Knight of Pentacles, we get the Tower, the Fool, and the King of Swords and Death, followed by Justice, which is really interesting because this is all a very natural continuation of the message from January about justice coming out. But this Star energy, this healing energy, this person who's healed from whatever traumatic thing that this caused, they're rising above the situation. And it's like almost like this person knows that this is about to happen. Like they have like an inkling that something's about to shift. And this Knight of Pentacles is like a sign of movement. It's like slow and steady wins the race, you know, like this Knight is like stable energy that builds solid foundations. So there's like something solid that's coming in for this High Priestess, which is gonna, I think, blow this situation up. It's gonna release this person from whatever bondage it's been that's been holding them back. The truth is going to be undeniably spoken, and it's going to cause like upheaval, change, and justice to be served. So I think that's a really good message. Then when I pulled this down, we have the Sun, the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. So, okay, so these kind of were the like underneath. So it's like there's like this Queen of Wands energy, I feel like, that's like maybe part of what needs to be blown up is that this situation that's like under the Tower energy it's based on a lie. You know, like this person is maybe has some sort of motive that is causing them to present this illusion. Because like, I mean, probably they're desiring some sort of outcome that's not in alignment with the truth, you know? And, but like this is going to get exposed. Like it's going to cause all kinds of chaos and tumult. But the Tower, you can't stop the Tower. Like it's coming out whether they like it or not, you know? Like this is going down, you know? But this is going to lead to a really, really, really good outcome. This is the best card in the deck. Happiness, abundance, fertility. It's like, yay, finally. This has like been a lot of BS that I've had to like wade through. There's a cup of love coming in for someone. Whatever this anxiety, this fear, this dread, this trauma is that's been holding this person back, the truth is going to be told. And things are going to be brought into balance. Like this is a card of karma. It's a card of giving and receiving. And it's a card of things being brought into balance. So what I just got from that There's a whole thread about this, which I'm going to link, about the story of Cinderella, but that's kind of what I got. Like, this is like when the glass slipper gets put on her foot and everyone realizes that the evil stepmother and the evil stepsisters have been like totally pilfering through the family estate, and that they've been lying and holding Cinderella hostage. But it's going to become like super clear to like the whole world, and things are going to get brought into balance. It's going to go, this is going down, and it's going down in February. So I'm going to go to now the Mystical Shaman Oracle and see what we get here. Just do a little bit of shuffling. Okay. All right, we're going to do a split. Oh my gosh, this was at the bottom of the deck when I first started shuffling it too. So this is interesting. We have Taming of the Wind and we have the Rattle. So Taming of the Wind is a card of like, I mean, this card reminds me of like Forrest Gump, you know, and how like every time some big shakedown happens, there's like this little feather that gives him like some kind of a like notice about what's about to happen. And so he kind of knows to just like follow that. Like, I mean, the whole thing about Forrest Gump is like, you know, he was sort of like intellectually challenged, but yet Forrest overcame so much in his life by just following that guidance, you know. And so that's kind of like, I feel like this card speaks to that phenomenon. Like, it's not an intellectual thing. It's like a connection with the divine, you know. And then we have the Rattle, which this is a card of like co-creating with the universe. It's a card of like shaking your rattle and like sort of like letting it be known, you know, what your intentions are. And the sort of warning with this is like, if you are this person that's like been, you know, benefiting from like a lie or some kind of illusion, you know, if you shake the rattle, then it can cause everything to come down, you know, because this is in alignment with, you know, universal will. So it's sort of like, if you're in alignment with karma and you've been following your guidance, and, you know, if you're Forrest Gump and you've been doing the right thing and doing what you're supposed to be doing, then like, this is a really good omen that things are about to shift in a favorable way. But if you're the person who's been benefiting from like other people's misfortune and like lying and, you know, bad intentions, well, that's all gonna come out in the wash too, you know. So this is kind of like a moment of reckoning that's happening. Like, that's what I'm getting. But there is clearly guidance for this star energy. It's interesting because this fell out in the same position as the star energy. The star energy is going to be guided through this basically shakedown moment. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, so underneath the rattle, we have the Witness. And this is a card of like, it's not necessarily a card of inaction, but it's a card of like the work that has to be done is sort of like an internal work. Like, if you've done the work on yourself, if you've learn the lessons that you were needing to learn from the situation. If you've evolved from whatever, I mean, these traumas happen to teach us lessons, you know? And so it's like, if you've done the internal work, then there's nothing that needs to be done other than to just allow and to witness the unfurling that the universe has planned for you. You know, like if you're this person who's been benefiting from this illusion, you know, it doesn't matter like how much you scratch and claw and try and force your will. It's gonna be like futile. Like, this is a power that's greater than that. So it's just like, basically, it's going down. So just watch, you know. If you've already done all the work internally, there's nothing you need to do. Just like sit back and like let it happen. And then underneath here we have the Child. So this is a card of redemption. It's a card of second chances. It's a card of a beginner's mind. It's a card of like, kind of like blowing through this, and then like the dust settling, and like your obstacles like no longer being here. So this looks like a really positive month, because whatever is getting blown up here, it looks like it's been going on for a while, and it's a long time coming, which that was part of the January message. Okay, so I just pulled out the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. When I did the split initially, we got Strength and we got the Two of Pentacles. So, you know, there's a big shift that's going down this month, and it's going to require strength, inner strength. So, you know, I mean, I think whatever is going down, it's going to be big. So I think, you know, the best thing is just to like focus on yourself, focus on your own healing, focus on the positive, and allow things to unfold. You know, like that is the best thing you can do, because like it's like the work has already been done, the outcome has already been decided. So it's like, take this opportunity for rest and healing and rejuvenation, because there's like a new beginning that's on the other side of this. Right as I said that, the Fool comes out, the potential card. There's a new beginning right on the other side of this. And so, you know, you want to be tan, rested, and ready for that. Wow. Okay. This is really interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay. So at the bottom, we got the Five of Swords again. It's the second time. So like, there's this situation here that's getting blown up for sure. We got the Eight of Wands. So there's sudden change, like messages coming in that there's a new beginning here that's like happening. Like, come hell or high water, this thing is happening, you know, and there's like nothing you can do to like, at this point, like it's already been decided by like the divine, you know. So then we have Queen of Swords, and we have the Warrior of Wands. So this is kind of like the Knight of Wands. So it's like, what I'm getting from this is like, this Queen of Swords, it's like you see all these butterflies coming out, like it's like the butterflies emerging from the caterpillar. And part of that is the Queen of Wands has already been through all of this stuff. So, I mean, the sword is about cutting through all the BS that's been blocking her and speaking her truth. so that she's not gonna suffer fools, you know, and she's not gonna carry other people's burdens that aren't hers. You know, she's been there, she's done that, and she's like, she's got a mission, like she's got somewhere to be, and like she's gonna draw a boundary around anything that's like stopping her. But that's what's allowing these butterflies to come out of their cocoon, you know. And then we have the Warrior of Wands. So this is like a bold, sudden move. So it's almost like this Queen of Swords, who's just like been through the ringer, suffered through a bunch of crap that she did not deserve, and she's finally just, she's had it. And like, but she's gonna come from this place of like equanimity, you know, and she's just gonna speak her truth, and it's just gonna completely change the landscape. It's like people are just gonna be like, whoa, you know, and then from that moment on, like everything's gonna be different, you know. It's just gonna be like, oh wow, like her words are so powerful that like the world on the other side of what she's speaking is going to be different. So that's big news. Okay, so we're going to go to the Prism Oracle, and we're going to pick a couple final cards for February. And we'll see what we get. But it looks like it's going to be a big month. Okay. We have energy. This is some fiery energy, you know, which is interesting because it kind of fell out under this. And then we have intuition, and we have isolation, which kind of fell out under this Queen of Swords. So it's just sort of like, almost like there was so much like dysfunction and chaos and just BS around this Queen of Swords that she's almost like, she pulled herself into this cocoon, you know, and she's just like not even going to deal with it, you know. But while she's been in there, it's like she's been getting this divine download like this whole time, that like she's been like working on stuff like off the grid, you know, like just following that guidance, you know. And there's some profound like shakeup that's gonna happen when this gets like blasted to the world, but in a good way. Like it's gonna be like it's gonna change the world, you know. Like it's gonna be like when, I'm trying to think of all the different feathers that happened to Forrest Gump, like but it's going to be something like that. Like it's bigger than the Queen of Swords. Like whatever she's been guided to do, it's coming from a higher power. And it's going to shake things up. There's their strength right underneath this. So it's like, wow. And like nobody's going to be expecting it from this Queen of Swords, because she's been like off the grid. Like everyone just kind of counted her out, and it's just like, oh, like she's like not even in the game, you know. But like it turns out that she's like totally changed the rules of the game, and she's gonna blow out of that cocoon, and it's gonna be like, whoa, you know, where did she come from? Like that's kind of what it's gonna happen, just like that. So it looks like an exciting month of February. Yeah, I'll leave it there, and I'll check back soon with another message I'm not sure when it'll be, but you know, eventually.